Good morning, welcome to Morning Outlook. This is Kim speaking on Friday the 18th of October. So, Big Boris has got a deal, well, maybe, not one that may necessarily go through the Parliament, but we'll see. We've got to wait until tomorrow for that. So today leaves us with the chitter-chatter and the promises that people won't back it, will back it, and whatever may come through. So expect some volatility through these markets today. Aside of that, news-wise, we've got Day 2 of the EU Economic Summit, which once again they left my ticket inviting me over out, so I can't provide you the details directly from there, but I should think they'll be talking about a load of other things such as relations with Turkey, long-term EU budget, and EU enlargement. There we go. It's going to expand. Right. So that's all on the agenda today. So aside of that, we've got quite a few speakers ranging from 3 p.m. onwards, so don't count me in to trade any of those. What's the euro up to then? The euro's run up into its daily 100 here and having a bit of a reaction at the moment by the looks of things. It's for those that follow cloud formation image. I'm not even going to try and pronounce it this time this morning, although I could get away with calling it. Looking for the term on it now. There it is. Ichimoku. That's it. Ichimoku cloud formations. If you're following those, you'll know it's just on the upper side of the cloud there, which may provide some resistance as well. So just thought I'd throw that in if I could ever remember what it's referred to as. So that's where we are with the euro there. It's got the daily pivot below. Looking at this picture here, it's gone smack into its weekly R2 as well. It tends to hold things a little bit. We may just see things held. No divergences. What would we get? I mean, if you start breaking down below the 1106 area, or maybe a bit lower, would be putting a lower high in and maybe see a bit more of a correction. Just need to watch how things react, or how the price reacts to its pivot this morning. And if it pushes through this daily pivot and 34th moving average, maybe we'll see further downside towards the maybe S1 area, these previous highs, somewhere in that region. Okay, that's the euro. Still as a bigger picture, maybe more bullishness, but a reaction is almost inevitable from this 100. Right, the pound. So the pound again yesterday pushed up quite solidly at times, retracing again at the moment as we see different members of the Commons suggesting they will not vote with it. The DUP are not willing to back the current deal, and that may be a bit of a showstopper. We'll see, but of course volatility is going to be running into tomorrow on this, with different comments coming through. At the moment the pound's looks like it's touched its daily pivot, or been pretty close to it. If it continues this sort of rollover into a more of a holding pattern, could get down towards yesterday's lows, the S1 there at 1264, so just watch out on the downside there. Have to look at the shorter time frames to look for the trigger of that. Trend line there would probably be a bit late to target the price action, but there may be other factors coming in. Of course that trend line could provide support, so just be aware. Okay, dollar yen. So dollar yen, well, from a daily perspective, what we got here, it's a couple of down days now, although yesterday did pitch up, put a new high in on its way down again, and it put a lower low in at the same time, so you could argue in terms of the overall bar, it's a reversal bar for the downside. It is currently struggling into the 4 hourly 34. A break of that would give us more confirmation there was obviously divergence sitting into the highs here on MACD here. Looking at the lower time frames, and it's had a choppy old time. So the key levels, well, as I said, if it breaks that 34 moving average, the 4-hourly 34, maybe it will push on further. S1 may provide support at 108.39. Thereafter, well, it could be heading south towards that 6200, but we'll see how it runs this morning. It's spent many a day quite choppy in the mornings. 2 days ago it was choppy all day long. At least it had some decent movement yesterday, and it's really triggered the downside potential from that divergence. Okay, Aussie dollar. Oops, let's get the right one. Press the right button. Aussie dollar. The Aussie dollar. Aussie dollar's seen a continuation of yesterday morning's price action there. Looks like the better jobless report certainly cheered the economy for now. Looking like it's got potential of a continuation at the moment. It's shorter time frames. If I bring this into an RSI, probably a bit of divergence sitting across this on this 4-hourly here, so a little bit of softening maybe in the short term. But always argued, when you see it consolidate for such a long time, is it going to actually roll, or is it going to? It's just consolidating, waiting for another shove up. But it's not really convincing. The candles at the moment, if anything, with these long tails, suggest that maybe it may roll back a little bit more, but we'll see. And finally, looking at here. Canadian dollar. Well, the Canadian dollar actually did something proper yesterday. It actually moved. It broke down a little bit more, heading towards its monthly S1 there. Again, consolidating in the current situation here. It does have a daily pivot up above, which may just draw it in the short. Well, I say short term at some point today. Never seems to be any short term. Often quite slow, but it may just pull up towards that. The pattern of late has been sort of mornings just pulling back a little bit, afternoon selling off. We'll see if this does the same thing here. But at the moment, the dollar's sort of giving up a little bit. I mean, we just need to really look at what's happening with coming back to the euro here. As dollar index is inverted, well, the dollar index, well. Maybe actually, let's just show you the dollar index. Sometimes it's easy for people to get their heads around it. It's an inverted version. It will be coming up a little bit now. There we go, just trying to pull up a little bit towards its daily pivot there at the moment. So all in all, the dollar's had a bit of a bad time by the looks of things, and well, it's not too far away from its daily 200 itself and its monthly S2. So it could, if we see any of these currencies getting a bit of a bounce, just watch out for the dollar index coming down to this 97 area. Right, okay, that's it for me. I wish you a great day, and I will speak to you on Monday. Bye for now.